Hi everybody, it's Captain Kane again, and it's time for Brooklyn Bedtime Stories with Captain Kane. I don't know about you, but the last few days and maybe the last week, we've had a lot of kind of crazy storms here around Brooklyn and Northeast Ohio with a lot of thunder and lightning and hail and snow and rain and a lot of wind. And so that kind of inspired me for tonight's book. It's called Thunder Cake by Patricia Polacco, and it's about a story about a young girl who was really afraid of the thunder and the lightning, and shows how her grandmother helped her through that process of overcoming that fear. So I'm going to read tonight with Captain Kane, the Thunder Cake. On sultry summer days at my grandma's farm in Michigan, the air gets damp and heavy. Storm clouds drift low over the fields. Birds fly close to the ground. The clouds glow for an instant with a sharp crackling light, and then a roaring, low, tumbling sound of thunder makes the windows shudder in their panes. The sound used to scare me when I was little. I loved to go to my grandma's house. Babushka, I used to call my grandma. She had come from Russia years before. But I feared Michigan's summer storms. I feared the sound of thunder more than anything. I always hid under the bed when the storm moved near the farmhouse. This is the story of how my grandma, my babushka, helped me overcome my fear of thunderstorms. And that's her grandmother there. Grandma looked at the horizon, drew a deep breath, and said, "This is thunder cake baking weather, all right. Looks like a storm coming to me." "Child, you come out from under the bed. It's only thunder you're hearing," my grandma said. And there's the little girl hiding underneath the bed. The air was hot, heavy, and damp. A loud clap of thunder shook the house, rattled the windows, and made me grab her close. "Steady, child," she cooed. "Unless you let go of me, we won't be able to make thunder cake today." "Thunder cake?" I stammered as I hugged her even closer. "Don't pay attention to that old thunder, except to see how close the storm is getting. When you see lightning, start counting. Real slow. When you hear the thunder, stop counting. That number is how many miles away the storm is. Understand?" she asked. "We need to know how far away the storm is so we have time to make the cake and get it into the oven before the storm comes, or it won't be real thunder cake." And there's Grandma holding her grandchild there. Her eyes surveyed the black clouds away off in the distance. Then she strode into the kitchen. Her worn hands pulled a thick book from the shelf above the wood stove. "Let's find that recipe, child," she crowed as she lovingly fingered the grease-stained pages to a creased spot. "Here it is, thunder cake." She carefully penned the ingredients on a piece of notepaper. "Now let's gather all the things we'll need," she exclaimed as she scurried toward the back door. And there's Grandma. She finds her thunder cake recipe. We were by the barn door when a huge bolt of lightning flashed. I started counting like Grandma told me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then the thunder roared. 10 miles. It's 10 miles away, Grandma," as she looked at the sky. "About an hour away, I'd say. You'll have to hurry, child. Gather them eggs carefully," she said. Eggs from mean old Nellie Peckhen. I was scared. I knew she would try to peck me. "I'm here. She won't hurt you. Just get them eggs," Grandma said softly. The lightning flashed again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, I counted. 9 miles, Grandma reminded me. And there she is getting the eggs. Milk was next. Milk from old Kick Cow, as Grandma milked her. Kick Cow turned and looked mean right at me. I was scared. She looked so big. Zip went the lightning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I counted. Boom went the thunder. 8 miles, child, Grandma croaked. Now we have to get chocolate and sugar and flour from the dry shed. And there is Grandma milking the old Kick Cow. I was scared as we walked down the path from the farmhouse through tangleweed woods to the dry shed. Suddenly, the lightning slit the sky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I counted. Boom, ba-boom, crashed the thunder. It scared me a lot, but I kept walking with Grandma. Another jagged edge of lightning flashed as I crept into the dry shed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I counted. Crackle, crackle, boom, kaboom! The thunder bellowed. It was dark and I was scared. I'm here, child, Grandma said softly from the doorway. Hurry now, we haven't got much time. We've got everything but the secret ingredient. And there's the little girl getting the ingredients from the dry shed. 3 overripe tomatoes and some strawberries, Grandma whispered as she squinted at the list. I climbed up high on the trellis. The ground looked a long way down. I was scared. I'm here, child, she said. Her voice was steady and soft. You won't fall. I reached 3 luscious tomatoes while she picked strawberries. Lightning again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I counted. Kabang! Boom! Baroom! The thunder growled. And there she is picking the tomatoes while standing on the trellis. We hurried back to the house in the warm kitchen and we measured the ingredients. I poured them into the mixing bowl while Grandma mixed. I churned butter for the frosting and melted chocolate. Together we poured the batter into the cake pans and put them into the oven together. Lightning lit the kitchen. I only counted to 3 and the thunder rumbled and crashed. 3 miles away, Grandma said, and the cake is in the oven. We made it. We'll have a real thunder cake. There they are, getting everything ready. As we waited for the cake, Grandma looked out the window for a long time. Why, you aren't afraid of thunder. You're too brave, she said as she looked right at me. I'm not brave, Grandma, I said. I was under the bed, remember? But you got out from underneath it, she answered. And you got eggs from the mean old Nellie Peckhen. And you got milk from old Kick Cow. And you went through tangleweed woods to the dry shed. And you climbed the trellis in the barnyard. From where I sit, only a very brave person could have done all those things. Grandma showing that the little girl really is very brave. I thought and thought as the storm rumbled closer. She was right. I was brave. Brave people can't be afraid of a sound, child, she said as we spread out the tablecloth and set the table. When we were done, we hurried into the kitchen to take the cake out of the oven. After the cake had cooled, we frosted it. Just then the lightning flashed, and this time it lit the whole sky. Even before the last flash had faded, the thunder rolled, boom, crashed, and baroom just above us. The storm was here. Perfect, Grandma cooed. Just perfect. She beamed as she added the last strawberry to the glistening chocolate frosting on top of our thunder cake. And there's Grandma setting those strawberries on top. As rain poured down on our roof, Grandma cut a wedge for each of us. She poured us steaming cups of tea, and when the thunder roared above us so hard it shook the windows and rattled the dishes in the cupboards, we just smiled and ate our thunder cake. From that time on, I never feared the voice of thunder again. And there they are, getting ready to enjoy thunder cake. And on the last page of this book is a wonderful recipe for thunder cake. Again, I hope you enjoyed the book tonight, Thunder Cake by Patricia Polacco. It's a great book, and certainly one that we've dealt with some of the crazy storms that we've had here in Brooklyn and Northeast Ohio over the last couple of weeks. As always, I hope everybody is staying safe. I hope our students are enjoying their spring break. And until next time, it's hurricane season.